Alright, trading recap, 24th, Friday of September. First on the list, Nike. It was a very short day. Break-even day. I'm happy with that. I'm not, but I'm going to have to be happy with it because it's better than a fat loss day. So first and foremost, what did we do? We did a thing. This was a 1 minute breakout play to the short side. So Nike had earnings. It's a NYSE stock, 2 billion, 80% institutional ownership as written here. 2 billion flow. It's not. I think it's 1.2, but that's just how I write it down. 8% IO NYSE stock. Q is NASDAQ. So this was the level right here, 150. No volume on the first minute, none at all. Second minute tried to punch up to this 152, failed. Then I took it short, got a bad fill, really wide stop loss, so I couldn't even scalp it to the way down. I bet you it'll end up breaking now. I bet you the rest of the day it'll slowly fade down. Here's the 200 day right here, and there's also a level here from the dailies over here. So it might just gap fill this entire section today, and I would honestly be surprised if it doesn't. I will come back at the end of the day, and if it did not touch 146 if it did not touch 146 or 145, I will be extremely surprised because it's halfway filled the gap now. So it canceled 4 days of up and this last day on massive volume. So I was looking at this thing short, but so that these longs would have to sell, which would add to this. But I was also thinking that with this big downtrend pre-market, that these guys would want to take profits. And there would be some buying, but I guess that was this right here. So no volume came in the first minute, and I bet you this was these guys taking profits here. Shorts is what I mean. I got in and it was just ugly, and it didn't just let go, and that's what I was looking for. And I was extremely cognizant of the fact that already here on the second minute that they peekabooed it. Right here was the low of the first minute, 150.57, and then they peekabooed it at like 6 cents lower, and I'm thinking that's what they're gonna do here. They're gonna suck me in here on the next minute short after the big volume candle, and they'll rip it. And so I was just like touch and go. And then I got out, and then when this one clearly did nothing, then I was like, okay, I'll hit it once more. And again, it threw a bottoming candle, and I said, nope, it's not going, forget this. And it just traded ugly. Like, look at this. Like, it came back up to VWAP. This would have been a nice rejection. Could have got in short. That's not how I trade, but someone obviously got in right here for the break of the doji. But then this, back up, and it's just, like, it's just ugly. It's just straight up. Like, you gotta know how these NYSEs trade. And then I stared at this thing. Actually, of course, this has to happen. I hate DOS so much. I saw this coming. I saw this volume pump. Then I saw this dip coming. Even though I don't trade that way, I really wanted to buy this dip. I was just staring at it because I'm like, I knew it'll dip and then it'll go back up. And then I saw this and I was like, well, it's kind of like a 5 minute 3-bar play. I'm like, I'm not going to take it. Chances are this is a fake out. So I read it right. I mean, I very easily on another day could have FOMO'd in somewhere here, had a stop loss here, definitely been stopped out, been sitting here wondering why it happened. Nike, AFRM. Oh, I traded 3 stocks today? No way. Didn't see that one. Can't recall exactly what happened right here. I think it was a 1 minute. Yeah, it was a 1 minute. Yeah, it was a 1 minute breakout. So first minute sold off, second minute cancels all of that, comes back up. Peekaboo's in the top, right here, by a few pennies. And so I get in, and then when it screwed around, I was like, nah, I'll watch them just like thrash it again. So I got out, and when it held VWAP and held these levels, I got back in, and it just ran. I got 1 hour partials, 2 hour partials. This was a 50%, this was a 20%, and I really should have taken just the rest off. Everything in me said, like, I had written this down. Alright, so here it is. It's been running, distributing, running again yesterday on low vol. This is a second day play, which I don't like to touch. Had a ton of ATR though that it could have done. It rejected this liquidity zone, this big one right here on the daily at 123, rejected it, or whatever I'm looking at now. There's another hidden one right here at 127, rejected it, had no news, high IO. So I've written in second day play, careful, a short quick drive up, which is what this is, with quick profits. Don't look for this thing to run, is basically what I was saying. And if it's a headbanger in something like pre-market high, which is what this green level is, like, don't take it into it. So I had room for 1 hour to take the trend. It's not like I entered right here. So I should have taken it all off here. I really should have, when it banged heads here just above 133. And so I kind of saw that late, and then I took here my last profit, and I tried to get the reclaim of 1 hour and get out here. But I mean, it happened so fast, and I got out, and I knew it was coming, and sure enough, here it is. And now they're screwing with it. So I read this one well. I should have really chalked up on my stop loss and traded the way Andrew trades, and just bang, 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 taken this and been more than happy with it. I'm always that guy that's looking for, I was looking for the move up to, 138, which clearly is not going to be a straight shot 90% of the time. Chances are this thing's done now. Like, it's just going to be distribution after yesterday. So can I trade it also, apparently? Oh yeah, this one just blows goats. So Bitcoin's down a bit. Bad pre-market volume, and right here I even have it written from pre-market down. I'm looking for it down to 663. Well, what I meant was 653. Clearly, this level here, not 663. 653 is where it is. That's what I meant. No news. It's a Q's. It's a NASDAQ stock. Yeah, this is the ATR on it, and it opened really weak because Bitcoin is down, because SPY pre-market. Now, for the last 4 hours prior to the open, Bitcoin was down. So this was a 1 minute break as well. It's just extremely weak looking, and it did that reclaim on low volume, and I think the volume came in right about here, because then I got short for it. Quick partial, stopped to break even, which I'm not exactly sure how I got filled, because there looks to be a couple cents discrepancy here, but anyway, it is what it is. I always get filled exactly where they take it back to break even, and then of course it went to 1 hour. And knowing myself, I would have taken profit for here for sure at this level, and then I probably would have, I would have FOMO'd out somewhere at the top. But so it's not like I would have gotten this move. But anyway, I bet you this thing's close to being done. Yeah, that's a bit of a volume anomaly for sure. Can AFRM, Nike, that leaves Tiger left. These are just are. So Tiger I was looking at short, and it just, like, it basically hit and ran. It was ugly. It threw bottoming tails all the way, and I just, but like, look at how perfectly it hit this 1140 level. Like, literally hits it to the tick, and it's dead, completely dead. Ran right through that level. It's the best I could come up with. Happy I don't have to trade for another 2 days. I blow up for another 2 days. It's the best I got. Is what it is. Yeah. At this point, I'm just turning shares.